My partner told me she required some time apart to sort through her thoughts, with zero communication. Then her mother shared pictures of her on a family trip alongside her old flame from high school. I honored her path, forwarded all her possessions to her folks' place, and updated my status to unattached. When she eventually reached out, eager to discuss. I'm Alex, 29 guy. Never imagined I'd be spilling personal drama on Reddit, but the sheer boldness of the situation has me compelled to just write it down. Roughly 2 months ago, my girlfriend of 3 years, Mia, 27, hits me with the news. Ordinary Tuesday night, then wham. Alex, I believe I need a pause. Her explanation? I simply have to sort myself out. Misplaced a piece of who I am. Require room to rediscover it. No interaction. Please, it's not about you. It's me. Standard line. She even squeezed out a couple of tears. Shocked, wounded, baffled. But if a person needs distance, you provide it. Fine, Mia, if that's what you want. Uncomfortable embrace. She gathered a modest suitcase. Mentioned she'd crash with her sibling Emma. Handling matters. Would connect soon. That initial week was torture. Complete quiet. Longed for her. Concerned. Kept reminding myself to honor her process. Her quest. Then, 10 days into this quest, I'm browsing Instagram. Mia's mom Carla, 50, uploads a cheerful collection. Family beach adventure. Thrilled a particular person joined. Gut sank. Photo 1. Carla, Mia's father, sibling, and Mia. Smiling broadly. Photo 2. Mia, linked arms, chuckling with some man. He seems recognizable. Photo 3. Collective meal. Mia almost on this guy's knee. Carla mentioned him. Jake, 27. Jake. Her high school flame, the one she claimed was casual. My pulse froze. Sort myself out. No interaction. It wasn't personal growth. It was swinging to Jake with mom as the facilitator. The insult. The deliberate trickery. Couldn't even offer a straightforward split. Didn't explode. Didn't dial. Didn't message. Captured screen grabs. Plenty of them. Then I headed to the extra space. Mia's overflow wardrobe plus creative stash. Devoted 3 days carefully boxing every Mia belonging. Apparel, footwear, artwork, volumes, knickknacks, solid containers, protective foam, sealing strips, thorough catalog piece by piece. Images of each container's items prior to closing. Recorded it all. Delivery company. Around $280 for 12 big packages. Covered. Monitored. Target. Carla and Mia's dad's title. Their residence. The day the monitoring verified arrival. Signed into Facebook. Partnership status. Unattached. Restricted Mia across all apps. Restricted Carla. Restricted Jake. Erased her contact. Erased our pictures from my device. Retained a handful on a protected storage for potential needs. Neat. Methodical. For roughly 3 weeks. Quiet. Delightful, delightful quiet. Resumed workouts. Relinged with buddies. Concentrated on job. Then yesterday evening, unfamiliar digits. Hello? Alex? It's me. Mia. Hesitant. As if anticipating applause. I responded. Steadily. What do you need? I feel prepared to converse now. I've reflected deeply. I'm set to resolve matters between us. Waited. Allowed it to linger. Mia. I stated. Tone steady. There is no us to resolve. Newsflash. Appreciate the feedback. Nice to confirm I'm not insane. Many of you asked for the follow-up. So here's the conversation post my there is no us remark. Extended silence from Mia. Wheels turning. What? Alex. What do you mean? I mentioned a pause. Not a separation. You requested no contact to sort yourself. I complied. I sorted some stuff too. Sorted what? That you can't function without me? A slight chuckle. The presumption was emerging. No. I realized I don't wish to be with a person who deceives to vacation with their former partner. Quiet. Promise. How did you learn about that? Me. Your mom mentioned Jake in the family trip images, Mia. Openly. Oh Lord. That was... Mom can be so oblivious with online posts. Oblivious? Or involved? I'd wager involved. Oblivious or otherwise, it drew a vivid scene. You wanted distance to test if Jake could succeed while holding me as backup. No, it wasn't that way. Jake was simply present. Family event. Connected to my sibling. It just occurred. Events don't just occur, Mia. Choices happen. You chose to mislead, to depart, to get intimate with him. I was mixed up. This was element of my quest. Tone escalating, becoming complainy. And I honored your quest. So thoroughly I aided its following phase. What does that imply? It implies all your possessions have been dispatched to your parents' residence. They reached. Actually, tracking indicated delivery to your folk spot about 3 weeks back. Your dad accepted them. I possess the proof. Utter. Silence. Tone hardly audible. You did what? Boxed your items. All of them. Dispatched. Since you were on a quest. Assumed you wouldn't desire ties to our previous existence. Or our place. You did what? My creative tools, my retro coat, my grandma's jewelry. You can't simply do that. In fact, I can. And did. It's all there. Catalog for each container if you desire. Grandma's jewelry in container 7. Foam protected. Vindictive? Perhaps. Rewarding? Definitely. Alex, this is mad. Revengeful. I was returning. We were going to sort this. Sort what, Mia? Vacationing with another man while claiming you needed isolation? Or assuming I'd linger like a fool until you assessed if your school romance had potential? It wasn't a romance. It was complex. Not complex now. It's finished. Status unattached to clarify. Weeping then. Genuine or annoyed? Uncertain? Mia, but my items. Delicate stuff. What if breakage occurred? Me packaged it superior to your efforts. Covered. But truly, Mia, your issue now. You're such a jerk. After all, 3 years of my existence. And I provided you 3. Distinction is I didn't conclude it by slipping away with a past lover. Then a fresh voice. Alex, this is Carla. What on earth do you believe you're inflicting on my child? Ah, the supporter. Me. Carla, with due regard. This concerns Mia and me. Or did. Now it's wrapped up. You can't simply discard her belongings. She's crushed. That outing was a mix-up. Jake is merely a family acquaintance. A family acquaintance she was embracing in your images. The ones you shared. Carla. Well, I declare. Distorting facts. Mia was fragile. Required solace. She informed me she needed distance and no contact. If she ended up in Jake's embrace, her choice. It's my choice to terminate our bond. Mom, he forwarded all my luxury purses. What if the delivery took them? See? Frantic. Say sorry and correct this, Alex. She was prepared to offer you another opportunity. The presumption. Stunning. She was offering me another opportunity? Hey Carla, nothing to correct. Mia selected her paths. I've selected mine. Sole remaining task is for her to unbox. Recommend she begins with personal issues. Oh, I didn't box that. Harsh, unfeeling young fellow. After everything we've provided for you. Value your previous kindness. Which explains why I forwarded Mia's possessions to your kind residence. Good night. Ended the call. Restricted that unfamiliar digits. Felt positive. Tiring. The boldness is fatiguing. Confident this isn't concluded in their view. Update. Alex once more. You were correct. Not concluded. The how dare you reject me post my disloyalty degree is astonishing. Roughly a week following the call from Carla. Arriving home late from employment. 9 p.m. Park. Ascend and guess who's perched on the steps by my entrance? Mia. And beneath her like a sentinel, Carla. Oh seriously? Truly? Halted at the base of the steps. Me evening? Unanticipated. Mia's gaze puffy new resolve. Alex, we must converse. Appropriately. In person. Not via phone where you can evade. Your conduct was dreadful, Alex. Unsure what remains to debate. I was explicit. And not evading for concluding a call where I'm being offended. Maintained my tone subdued. Neighbors don't require this. You need to comprehend. It was an error. Jake signifies zilch. Perplexed. Isolated. Mom believed it would benefit me. Just attempting to assist my child. Any decent parent would. Correct? A decent parent arranges a covert meeting. Understood. Me? Alright. Suppose I accept that. Alters nothing. Faith is vanished. Mia. But we can reconstruct it. I yearn for you. Attempted to approach me. I remained still. No, we cannot. Not intrigued. This is where it turned nastier. Carla. You realize, Alex. Mia has been informing folks how challenging you've been. Dominating. How you evicted her. Brows raised. Dominating? I granted her room. Covered shipping her items. How is that dominating? You didn't consult me. Just proceeded. Dispatching my stuff was hostile. And my key? I demand my key returned. Locks altered the day post your items arrived. For safety. Your key wouldn't function. Minor, gratifying fact. Mia's expression collapsed. Carla appeared as if she'd ingested a bee. Carla, you altered the locks? On our Mia? On my residence? Which she willingly exited under phony reasons. Yes. Mia attempted fresh approaches. Tears with blame. What about my bespoke pottery holder? Absent from the containers. Did you shatter it from malice? Fresh depth. I took pride in boxing. The big, clumsy lime green one? Container number 3. Marked delicate. Ceramics. Enveloped in 10 sheets of foam since, honestly, it's garish. Mia fluttered. Oh, well, I haven't opened all the containers. Don't you presume to address my child that way about her creations. Declaring truths about packaging. Now if you'll pardon me. Move to pass. Mia clutched my limb. No, Alex, please. Jake is a failure. Resides in his folk cellar. It was insanity. I desire you. The reality. Jake wasn't ideal. Surprising. Softly detached her grip. Me? Mia? Selections carry results. You opted to deceive. To leave. To insult. Result. I don't desire you. Jake's housing is unimportant to me, though pertinent to your prospects. Carla advanced. We share common acquaintances. Pity if they learned how coldly you handled Mia after a brief slip. Subtle warning. Elegant. Me, Carla. If you or Mia attempt to defame me, I possess a thoroughly recorded sequence. Screen captures of your family beach adventure upload. Delivery records. Catalogs. Images of packed containers. And I began taping calls post your initial act. Their expressions. Mia pale. Carla's mouth clenched. You wouldn't. Me. Challenge me. No desire for conflict, but I'll safeguard my standing. You generated this disorder. Now I'm entering my residence. Depart in 5 minutes or I summon guards, then authorities if required. Passed by. Unlocked my entrance. Entered. Didn't glance rear. Shut. Secured. Rested against it. Pulse racing slightly. Tiring. Awaited. Detected steps retreating. Building's main door shut. Departed. For the moment. The boldness to attempt and tarnish me. The presumption to assume I'd yield. Incredible. Poured a strong scotch. Not the serene progression I pictured, but each exchange reinforces my choice. Recording all? Top choice. My defense against their madness. Anticipate the subsequent clever action. Oddly intrigued. Still preparing. Will report if the tale persists. Assembling a dossier. Update. Okay people, ideally the final report on the Mia and Carla drama. If not, I may require a remote lodge. Post the residents' surprise. About 10 days of wonderful peace. Began to believe they'd absorbed the point. Foolish me. Following action. Email. Formal appearing scanned document from an attorney. Got twisted. Mia demanding $5,000 reimbursement for mental anguish, relocation, forfeiture of mutual properties owing to my hasty and unjustified conclusion of a prolonged living together partnership. Also, wrongful handling of precious individual objects. I chuckled. Audibly. For a full minute. The individual objects part was amusing, considering my boxing. My attorney, assisted with a rental agreement once, very relaxed, charged me $200 for this, composed a courteous yet strong, kindly back-off reply. It outlined Mia's willing exit. No contact pause to discover herself. Proof. Carla's Instagram uploads of planned excursion with Jake. Duplicates of delivery papers, accepted receipt, full catalog, images of container contents. Remark that additional bother extortion efforts would encounter a counterclaim for bother and slander. My attorney also pointed out that as we weren't wed and lacked combined properties, my name alone on rental, distinct finances, her forfeiture of mutual properties assertion was groundless. Dispatched it. The resulting quiet was profound. More. Concluding. Roughly a week afterward. Learned via indirect means. Impartial shared contact. Covertly pro-Alex. What transpired? Mia experienced a huge breakdown from my attorney's reply. Carla, enraged, her lawful warning rebounded. Jake, grasping Mia, brought turmoil and possible court costs. Concluded their revived spark wasn't valuable. Informed Mia he wasn't prepared for this load and hoped for her best. Oh, the twist. So Mia, unattached once more, returned to her parents' home, encircled by her packages. Allegedly enraged, I destroyed her existence. Unhappy. Carla faulting me for repelling Jake and harming her child. No introspection. Amazing. Top element? Contact mentioned some shared pals who Carla attempted to mobilize against me began posing uncomfortable queries. But didn't she travel with Jake while with Alex? Didn't Carla upload those images? Defamation effort rebounded. Folks recognize controlling actions. The payback, if you term it that, was merely permitting them to confront organic outcomes. No yelling. Didn't participate beyond essential. Calmly, systematically sealed every opening. Offered truths, they offered fabrication. Truths prevailed. Do I sense contentment realizing Mia's elaborate scheme exploded, leaving her with naught but her belongings and a teaching? Question she absorbed it. Yes, I'm mortal. Not jubilant glee, more a soft breath of ease that the poison is removed. Fate or action and reaction performed its role. Been a few weeks since the attorney documents, total quiet. Altered my digits, precautionary. Sense freer. The trial was awful. Instances of genuine pain. Feeling manipulated. But managing it with tactics rather than pure feeling left me with serenity. Defended myself, valued myself, declined to be controlled. Truly scheduling a meeting next week. Somebody fresh. No pressures, just advancing. Residence feels like my domain. Existence is fine. To anyone facing disloyalty cloaked in presumption. Remain composed. Record all, establish firm boundaries. Occasionally the optimal payback is withdrawing yourself and allowing their own disorder to cause their downfall. Thanks for permitting me to release. Reddit. Strangely healing. Farewell.